Hey there, I'm Thea Dudley, also known as the Credit Overlord, and welcome to LBM Talks Credit. We are the only podcast that talks trade credit in the lumber and building material space. Never miss an episode, stay tuned, and we're glad you're here. Hey there, everyone. Welcome to another episode of LBM Talks Credit. I am your host, Thea Dudley, also known as the Credit Overlord, and I am so glad you're here with me today because today we're going to talk about friends. Friends are on my mind a lot, mostly because I get to see evidence of friendship on my AR every time I look at it. And, friends are a good thing. We always consider having more friends better than less friends, but, depends on how you define friendship. And, we in this industry are the absolute champs of allowing friends to leverage that friendship to an account that has balances that we get to carry around forever and I get to look at every single week when I pull the AR. So past due balances, not, hey, I just got this, it's 30 days and I'm paying you, but every credit manager I know across the country has at least one FOB or FOS account on their AR. And it's the same conversation. Oh, so if you don't know what FOB or FOS are, FOB is friend of boss and FOS is friend of sales. So everybody has these, at least one sitting on their AR, and there's the eye roll. Yeah, that's a friend of so-and-so. So, and we're all just over it because you've got people that they vouch for somebody. I'll have a salesman come in and say, now, listen, this guy's a friend of mine. So if you could just see your way to giving them an account, I guarantee he'll pay you. Do ya? Do you guarantee it? How about you sign this piece of paper? Because you're going to guarantee it. Now that usually doesn't go over well. People push back. They're like, now you're just being ridiculous. Am I? You're the one that said he was an okay guy. Because see, I looked up the definition of friend and you know what it didn't say? It didn't say one-sided abusive relationship. So we tend to lump everybody we ever met in this industry into the friend category. Somebody that you went to school with in college 30 years ago does not qualify as a friend. They might have been your friend when you guys were hanging out, go to a kegger or something, but you don't know how they pay their bills. And even if this person is somebody that you are friendly with, nobody is sitting around having a beer saying, let me tell you about my life right now. I am so past due on all my bills. My house is about to be repossessed. I'm getting foreclosed on, whatever it is. But if you just, see your way to lend me about $15,000 in materials that you can ship out, I can finish this job and I can set all the world back to right. That's not how this works. I don't want your non-paying friends sitting on our accounts receivable forever. So I have some amazing friends, but I wouldn't lend money to them. I have family members I wouldn't lend money to because I know my friends and I know my family members. If I lend one of my friends a garden hose, I know they are never going to remember where they got this garden hose. So it is basically a donation. It's important to me that I get it back, but their needs are met. They forget about it. Same thing with the friendship and shipping out materials. So as a credit manager, I have no friends on my AR. Everybody falls into two categories, paying me, not paying me. I have people that I've come to really like that I work with, that we sell to, that I'm like, yeah, they're a great company. They pay their bills. And then I enjoy working with them. I like some of them that are even horrible payers. I like them. I think they're nice people. They might have a great sense of humor, but they pay me horribly. So if they come and they're very, hey, Thea, can I know I'm past due by like 60 days, but I just need another $5,000 to finish this. If you're pulling on the friendship string, that one's not going to get you anywhere. So those horrible guys, I keep on much more of a tight leash. Anybody that pretends that they're or proclaims suddenly, I am a friend of the boss. Really? You're a friend. Well, I know that you're going to come with with the warning label that says, yeah, I'm going to have to chase this money forever because you are not going to pay us. Because your definition of friend and my definition of friend is two totally different definitions. So this practice just needs to stop. Just stop. I mean, I get why it happens. Owners or salespeople, they want to be nice. They want to help people out. They're not geared to say no. And you hate to let people down. And when someone comes to you and they're, a little hat in hand and they're like, can you just help me out? Okay, I'll help you. I'll smooth it over with the credit department. The minute I see, I get a phone call or see somebody's head pop in the door and they're like, Thea, can I talk to you for a minute? No, get out. I don't want to talk to you. Just go down the road because you're going to bring this FOB account and I am going to chase it forever. So we're going to do the wrong thing for the wrong reason. And now we have bad debt. So when we write this off, can we all remember that this was your buddy? This was your good friend? And let me just clarify, we're selling some dude that you went to college with that we really don't have any idea why we're doing this, except he's your friend. Yeah, sweet. That makes complete sense. I'm going to get behind that. So owners, presidents, you don't have to say no, but you can send them over to your credit manager and let us have the conversation with them because we're going to be able to slice and dice that conversation several different ways. And if it makes sense to give them credit, we will. But if it doesn't, then it doesn't do any good for us to be like Habitat for Humanity and we're just giving things away for free. If they don't warrant a credit line, we don't give them one. The tough conversation happens when credit says, oh, hell no, this account got overridden because you've known them for a long time or they've been a customer for years and now, we've just always let them pay like that. But now we're carrying an interest-free loan for, however long. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. We'll just let it go. That's, credit decisions based on personal relationships, usually emotion-based, are never a good idea. They're not data-driven at all. People don't usually come up and tell you they have past due child support or they're in the middle of a divorce or their company is struggling. They just want to get to whatever it is they need from you so they can get out the door. And the excuses that get made for friends go on, and they are super fascinating. I actually enjoy hearing some of them because you just sit there with the same face, with your cup of coffee going, oh yeah, I wonder how long the excuses are going to go on or how far we're going to get with this. So every time one of those show up on my AR, one of the sweetest, saddest moments is to walk up to that salesman or that particular owner or company president or, wherever they fall in the food chain. And it's like, hey, I know you stuck your neck out for this, swell guy, this friend that does not reciprocate, but do you think you could call your friend and have a coming to Jesus meeting with them because we'd like to get paid? Or, hey, so is this your friend, the guy that's not paying us, the one that's been, circling the drain here forever and he's, out 150 days now, but you won't let me do anything to him, like send him to collections because he's a friend? Okay, I just want to ask him, how long have you really been in this abusive relationship? And why don't you blink like 4 times if you need my help to get out? Now, I realize that at this point, I am dancing on the fine line of genius because I think I'm witty and that they're also going to find me witty, and the unemployment line. Because typically when people make a bad decision and you rub their nose in it, they do not find you entertaining or amusing. So how about if we're going to do that, if you absolutely have to sell your friend, what if we just set up an account in the system called Buddy? We'll just call it Buddy. And then we can label it, under, Buddy, street address of donations. Is that too snarky? Because if it is, we can dial it back. We don't have to put donation on there. But let's just stop the enablement. If we're going to help somebody out that way, either make the decision to give them the material or gently steer the customer, longtime friend, longtime customer, or newbie, just hand them over to your credit manager. Hey, you know what? I hear what you're saying. I'd love to help you out. We do have some protocol. Let me get you over to our credit manager and she can get you a credit application or have that conversation. And let me do my job. Repeat after me. Friends and credit don't mix. Just repeat after me. Friends and credit don't mix. And then we won't have to have the enablement and the tragically past due stuff out there on our aging. Okay, so now that we have talked about friends and that you can have as many as you want, just don't lend them any money. This wraps up another episode of LBM Talks Credit. I am so glad that you joined us. Hope you join us again. We come out every other Tuesday on Apple and Spotify, and we will catch you next time.